Hi guys, I'm going to do a little review of my 2021 Mitsubishi L200. I've done about 11,000 miles in it so far. Had it maybe 3 months, so just do a little walk around first. I went for the blue just because it does stand out. I was split between that and the kind of burnt orange you get. But yeah, I think it's quite trendy. The people aren't that keen on the front ends on these, but I think people will grow to love it because it's very futuristic but cool. Even though the headlights in that are tiny, they're actually pretty bright. But yeah, there's a few things that I'm not too happy about. We'll start off here while we're outside. This is like 3 months old and the paint's already coming off the chassis. And you can see the rust's already starting, which is pretty mad. No wonder these rot so bad. Don't get me wrong, this is rinsed off at least once a week, but I'm not pressure washing the chassis constantly. I started to put bed liner on the tow bar and that just to kind of protect it that little bit more. But this side, I did this side of the chassis just to kind of tidy it up. Just a work in progress, but like I said, when you get a brand new motor, you didn't really expect it to be rusting up already. I understand that they give you an optional extra where you can get it all under seal when it's new, but... So we'll start with comfort wise. It's actually not too bad. Obviously it's got leather seats and thing. Pretty comfy, heated seats, all the kind of basics you'd expect. Cold aircon, that's a plus. The Android system or Apple Play that I was on about is a bit basic. Considering it's a 2021, I would have thought it would have been a bit better. Obviously you have to plug your actual phone in to get any kind of maps or sat nav, and obviously the music through that, which is Android Auto on this. So there we've got the maps up there. The touchscreen's a bit sticky, so I guarantee it works fine now. So I'll just type some random numbers in, but it's a bit delayed, it is a bit sticky. Sometimes you press one button, it presses another. The one irritating thing is if you've got your phone and say you're pulled over, you want to put it in the sat nav and that, it won't let you. You have to type it in here if the phone's plugged in. Music wise, you can play your YouTube music, obviously your iTunes through your Apple phone or whatever, so that's not too bad, but that is literally it. There's nothing else on this really. I can understand why they don't want you to have the YouTube app up itself, things like that, just in case you watch it when you're driving, but it just is a bit basic. Obviously you've got your radio, your FM, AM, DAB, etc. But like I said, I think it's a bit basic. I'm bad for letting my phone die and then I'm driving back, and I could do with a sat nav, but I can't put it on because my phone's flat or I don't have the right cable to plug it in. It's got Bluetooth as well, which seems to work some of the time, doesn't connect, it disconnects itself and thing, but like I said, I can understand it's not a luxury motor, so you're not expecting amazing things, but it is a bit basic. Fuel consumption wise, it does around 400-ish miles to a tank. It predicts it's going to get just over 450, but like I said, I'm towing a lot, so it doesn't really get that. Sometimes below 4, sometimes around about 400. We'll have a look now. So apparently getting 27.2 average. That is towing a trailer with a good, probably around about 3.5 tons, so that's pretty reasonable. Empty, it's getting around 30 to 32 average without the trailer on. You've obviously got your just other bits and pieces. The 4-wheel drive system, we'll go to that. It's obviously a turn switch here. I have been having problems with it. I've used it in all all four pretty much, obviously 2 high most of the time. Used it in 4 high a couple of times when I had that wee bit of snow. The 4 low, if you put it into 4 low, when I've got like a heavy trailer and I'm having to pull up a kind of really steep incline, when you take it back out, you obviously come to a stop with the handbrake on, clutch down, take it out. Comes up on the dash, literally that sign there, it tells you when it's disconnecting. Even though the clutch is down, it's stopped. It seems to give out a horrible grinding gear noise occasionally. So yeah. One of the other things that is really annoying me, and I need to look into it a wee bit more, but the fuel cap. There's a switch down here. Got this button here. There's no way it just worked. I kid you not, that fuel cap, you have to spam that like 20 times sometimes to get the fuel cap to open. But sod's law, it's just opened the first time. Tell you what, we're going to try it again for good measure. No way. Honestly, I can't believe that just opened twice in a row. I'm not even lying. Like I said, it's like 20 times. You're pulling it, getting out, walk all the way around. Oh, it's not open. Come back around, pull it again. You're watching in the mirror and it doesn't pop open. I've just filled up with fuel this morning and I kid you not, it was about probably nearer 10 times. I was just pulling it, looking, pulling it, looking, not opening. But sod's law, making a video, it works perfect. I'm going to show you, like I said, I've got a ton trailer and probably near enough a just over 2-ton car in the back. Obviously I'm just in 2 high, I'm sitting on a completely flat bit of road in a lay-by. I'm going to try and pull out and I'll show you what I mean with the juddering. Basically, until like just over 2,000 revs, you've not got any like boost, obviously, because the turbo's spooling up, but it is just so hard to pull away without stalling or slipping the clutch. Like I said, I've been advised actually to get a tuning box, but I don't really feel like I should have to. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Right, so in first, road's clear. Here we go. That's foot flat. Come on. See, as soon as it's 2,000 revs, it's kind of going, but obviously that's a pretty flat incline and it was a bit juddery to begin with, but once you're going, you're fine. Like I said, I understand it's a pretty low horsepower engine and it is quite high geared for what it is, but see, when you're trying to pull out a driveway or something, you're having to put it in pretty much 4 low to pull away without kind of slipping the clutch kind of thing. Like I said, I'm just almost picking for things at the moment, but overall, like I said, comfort wise, when it's empty, when it's not got a trailer on, it's actually really nippy for what it is, and it's pretty nice to drive, to be honest. You get a lot of vibration from the back. Obviously I'm not really getting any vibration now, but I understand it's leaf springs on the back, but see, on some bits of road it is absolutely horrendous. If you've got a car on the trailer, it's a lot better. I'm going to go and drop this car off anyway now, so we'll take it for a drive empty and see if we can show you what I mean. It's us unloaded and I'll show you what I mean by the vibrations. I understand it's leaf springs on the back, you know what I mean, it's never going to be perfect, but it's just when you're pulling away with an empty trailer on, or empty altogether, the amount of vibrations and juddering you get from the back, which I'll show you. Just gently put the foot in there. I think it was the best way to say it. Could do a glass of water like they do in Jurassic Park. That'd probably show you a bit. I was going to say, have a look at my boob. There we go. That just shows you how vibrating and juddery it is. But like I said, I understand it is leaf springs, it's never going to be perfect, but see, if you're doing any type of journey with it empty, or even just without the trailer on, it's absolutely horrendous. Well, to be honest, I'm used to it, but when you have people sitting in the back, all they do is moan about it because they can't even speak to you, they can't look at their phone because they can't bloody read it. But like I said, I'm just picking at things here, just giving you all a kind of honest review of what I think it's like when I've nearly done 12,000 miles. There's a few things I'm probably going to change myself, and there's a few things that you should look out for. Like, if you're buying one of these to tow with, I'm telling you, go for an automatic. I actually have a friend that's got an automatic one of these, and he's had none of the issues with the tone wise, and like I said, clutch wise it is extremely harsh on it when you're having to pull away sometimes. Like I've been advised to put it into low box by Mitsubishi, or put it in low box if you're pulling away with a heavy car in the back. But you can't do that when you're pulling out a junction onto like a busy road. You don't have time to slow right down, stop, fucking take it back out of low box. You just can't do it. So the clutch is taking an absolute beating, and I'm not too sure how long it'll last if I go on tone and doing kind of 10,000 mile every 2.5 months. But overall, like I said, it's a nice car to drive, but I'm a bit disappointed with a few of the things. Being so new, you would expect things to be kind of a bit better, if that makes sense. Do rambling on a bit anyways, but the rear leaf springs, I was really considering looking at some tougher springs because I'm getting quite a bit of sag on the back. Like I said, I am towing all the time, that's to be expected, or even some airbags on the back to help it out. But if it's as juddery and bouncy, it's like stiff, that's the problem at the back. If it's like that now, what's it going to be like with a toughened rear springs? So that's some food for thought anyways. Brake wise, it's actually pretty decent. Like I said, I'm towing a 3.5 ton all the time, so it's a heavy weight, and the brakes are taking quite a beating, and they're spot on. I've never had them get hot or anything yet. The rear axle, ABS or whatever it is that works with the rear axle, is absolutely amazing. There's been a few times I've been coming round corners in the wet with a heavy trailer on. I've not been going that fast that I'm going to lose control, but you're going fast enough to feel that the back axle wants to slide out a little bit. Just as you try and slow down, obviously your trailer's pushing the back before the brakes kick in on the trailer, and you feel it wanting to just kind of jackknife a little bit. The back axle seems to straighten itself up every single time. Even if you're not braking, you can feel the back axle brake, it just slows itself down, straightens itself back up, which I'm pretty impressed with that. Assist scares the absolute hell out of me constantly. Obviously it's got lane assist, which beeps you every time you go over the white lines and thing, but it flashes up on the screen, crash, and beeps at you. I don't know whether it's because I'm towing and the back end is a bit lower or what, but I kid you not, at least 2 or 3 times a week I'm getting this crash warning flashing up on the dash and screaming at me because it thinks I'm going to crash, and all it is a car on the other side of the road, or all it is I'm coming up to a corner to go round or something like this. Whenever there's something on the other side of the road, it seems to think I'm going to crash into. So beware, if you are buying one of these, it's going to scream at you a lot. Chance to properly test this off-road yet, as I'm literally bumping over a bit of kind of grass at the moment, but I'm probably going to get some better tyres for it before that, so I can't really comment on how it is off-road. The few wee bits of mud I've been in, I have put it in like 4 high and a wee bit of snow, and it was fine. But like I said, the tyres do limit it a wee bit. They are just kind of pretty rubbish road tyres. So once I get a chance, oh, here we go, here's what I was on about. No, we're just stuck in a wee bit of mud there. If you're thinking about buying one of these, I'll just put this video together just to give you the kind of my pros and cons with driving it. Obviously I do a lot of miles, so I'm probably encountering problems quicker than a lot of the rest of you as well. But yeah, like I said, overall, if you're looking for a vehicle to not tow a trailer with and be pretty comfortable, I would certainly advise it. It's pretty nice to drive, pretty comfy. I'm having issues towing, but if you had an automatic, I don't think you would have nearly as much of a problem. It's just literally, I'm encountering issues, but like I said, I do silly miles and I'm towing on the 3.5 ton limit all the time. If any of you want me to do another video, or you have any other questions about it, just comment below and I'll probably do a follow-up video in maybe another few thousand miles, or if I have any issues with it, I'll do an update on that. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for some more crappy content.